This is your tackle. Not that kind of tackle. You use it to catch this, or this, or this, sometimes even this. You also use this and that and these. This is your environment. So is this. That's humidity, but you can't see it. It's your environment. You love it, live for it, but it will turn this into that. This is the Flambeau Z-Rust Max Tough-Tainer series. These are fully infused with exclusive Z-Rust VCI anti-corrosion technology. This is a U.S. naval battleship. The same Z-Rust technology used here has been used on those to protect advanced weapon systems from corrosion in conditions like these. This Z-Rust Max Tough-Tainer releases an enhanced pro-grade level of anti-corrosion vapor that forms a protective molecular layer on tackle that stops the electrochemical reactions that cause rust. What's all that science boiled down to? Effortless anti-rust protection for tackle in your environment, however extreme it might be. For the fish, it's invisible, odorless, tasteless. And for you, it's FDA-safe anti-rust protection for a minimum of 5 years. This is the next level of tackle management, not that kind of management. This is the Flambeau legacy of tackle systems. Built to fish, built to last. What's your tackle worth?
There's no comparison. 3.9 to 100 horsepower, the widest range in the outboard industry. See your Mercury dealer. He's got the Merc you want.
Hey guys, welcome to the live stream of Lore Masters. I'm together with Timo. He is in the hotel right now. And hopefully you can hear us, you can hear him, you can hear myself. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Lore Masters Online Open. It took a while until we came up with the name actually. We had different ideas. In the end, we ended up with Lore Masters Online Open. I think this is really a good description about what we are going to do with it and what we are planning to do with it. And yeah, some people already joined. Hi Darius, good to see you here. And I hope the stream is working good and correctly. Right now we are streaming on Twitch, which is a coincidence because twitching with lures is also the same word as this platform is using, mainly known for gaming, but also more and more sports and events are streamed there as well. And it has a lot of cool features that we are also going to implement into our live streams. So welcome everybody who's already there. The topic about today is going through the Lore Masters Online Open concept. We have just released a new website on May the 1st, and this is also implementing a lot of new features for us to being able to run multiple different event formats in the near future. And so the website needed a makeover anyways, and with that, we implemented also an idea which is called the Lore Masters Online Open. Timo, do you want to talk a little bit about it, or should I go ahead?
No, really, I want to talk to explain a little bit about the idea to make online tournaments, because we have the big boat tournament with 99 boats, the trophy, and since 1 year we cannot make it because of the pandemic, and I'm stay in winter. I stay at home and think about to make something happen during the pandemic, and everybody can fish alone in the private waters at home. And that's the reason we have the idea to make an online tournament for all waters in Europe, and everybody can participate.
Yeah, with all the rules that we had to follow in terms of the Lure Masters Trophy, which is, by the way, renamed now to Lure Masters Trophy, formerly the Lure Masters, but now with multiple events we had to come up with a new name as well, and this is going to be the Lure Masters Trophy and the Lure Masters Online Opens. And yeah, we had a really good concept to run the event last September, but then 2 weeks before, the German government and some others declared the Netherlands as a red zone, and in the end we had to postpone the event due to the COVID regulations, because it would not have been possible for many participants to enter the event. And of course, we saw a lot of sad faces, and we also were very sad because everything was ready and all the investments already had been made. So in the end, sadly, we had to postpone the event, and we moved it to February, which did not work out as well. But things are looking good to run the event finally in September this year without having it last year. And as you mentioned, we were sitting here meeting, and from time to time we had meetings in the morning on the phone, and we were like, what are we doing in this time? I mean, we had a lot of things to do anyways with renewing the website, but then the idea came up to find a way to enable people to go fishing on their own, which they are doing anyways, because they can do it on their own and it's not forbidden to do it during the COVID times, following the COVID rules. And so this is mainly how the idea was born. And then there was a lot of thinking behind it and a lot of ideas we implemented into it to establish what we finally have released right now, and you can see all that on luremasters.net, our new website. How is it working? I mean, who can participate in the event?
Everybody can participate. Because whole Europe can fish, and everybody can. The idea is born to have more fun while fishing, doing mostly catch and release, and to give more fun to the catches, more sense a little bit. And in the last days, many interesting anglers talked to us and said, oh no, the other guys are too good, we don't participate, we have no chance to win. It's not the idea that one is winning. The idea is that everybody has 6 weeks full of fun and to give the catches a little bit more sense. And that's the reason why we don't want to focus only on the winners. Not everybody is a loser. Everybody wins because you have much more fun to go fishing.
fun on one hand, and on the other hand, it's also I think it's a really cool motivation, because when there's bad weather, or if you're lazy on the couch and you don't necessarily want to go fishing, but then when you compete, I think it's a different story. And I mean, I can tell that from myself, and you probably will agree to that, if you are in the competition mode, which you basically are when you are signed up to the online open format, there's a different motivation behind that. Then it's not so easy to say, let's stay on the couch, but it's much more, let's go out and catch another good one to maybe rank a little bit higher on the leaderboard. Of course, it's always difficult to win, no matter in which format or whatever tournament you compete in. But I think it's quite a cool motivation to go out and to try the best, and also being able to choose from so many different bodies of water. For example, if you're planning to go on a weekend trip or on a vacation to a body of water where you think it's pretty good fishing, I think within this week or within this weekend even, you can catch enough good fish to rank up very high in the leaderboard, or maybe even win. It's not that you have to fish every day during the 6 weeks. That's not the case. You can do very well in just a few days, and if you start not so good, you still have a lot of time until the 6 weeks are over to show what your body of water is capable of and what you're capable of, and to rank really high in the leaderboard.
Yes, for example, Sebastian Kurpius, a buddy from me, we used the same house 2 times during the WPC, and we phoned together, and I explained the concept. And after a while, he said to me, "Oh, in June I stay 2 weeks in Spain. Then I can join the Zander and the perch competition." And pike makes no sense in Spain, I know it, but Sebastian will have 2 weeks full of motivation, full of fun during fishing, and I'm sure he will catch some nice perches and Zanders there.
Yeah. And they will show off, I mean, once you catch a fish, it will be approved by a jury, and then it will show up in the leaderboard together with the pictures. We can explain the process a little bit more detailed later on, but it will also, maybe not in the first 1 or 2 weeks, but in the near future, we will also display the catches in each angler's profile. So you can collect also your catches right there, which is basically the same as a little catch book for yourself. You can then look it up again when it was caught, and also show it off to your friends, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, also there's great sponsors involved in the first 3 tournaments that we are going to run. So there's also really cool prizes to be won in the tournaments. And for the start, we came up with 3 different tournaments, and all of them are for one single species. So this means one angler. It's not a team event. It's a individual angler event, and it will be fished for one species in each tournament. So there's one tournament. It is called Active Target Zander Open, which is obviously for Zander. Then there's the Fischerino Perch Open, which is for the perch. And then we have the ASO, Angel Service Oberbayern, Pike Open. So no matter what species is your favorite or what you think you can do the best in, there is a format for you guys to join. And all of this will start the end of May. So the 29th of May is the first day of competition, and then it will last for 6 weeks until July the 10th. And all that, of course, in respect to the local rules. So for example, if there's still a closed season until June the 1st, for example, of course you cannot fish in these bodies of water during that time. So you always have to respect the local rules first, and also the Lure Masters rules, which you can find under each tournament on on the website. And for all those tournaments, there is some pretty cool prizes to win. And Lorenz has sponsored some awesome prizes. So for example, the active target transducer, which came out very recently, which is changing the world of fishing a little bit in terms of boat fishing, and many cool other prizes. And also for the Fischerino.de Perch Open, there's very nice prizes. Also a really cool limited edition Japanese rod. You can find also all the prize pool on the website luremasters.net. Click on tournaments and select the tournament you want, and then you can also find the prizes right there. And of course the same goes as well for the ASO Pike Open, which is also sponsored by Angel Service Oberbayern. The Herbert, the gute Herbert, is sponsoring the event, and he's also putting in some really cool rods, lures and stuff, mainly for pike anglers, which makes totally sense in this tournament. So we have also a few questions already. Kayo is saying, cool event. He's very excited about it. And he's also asking, who is the favorite in this event from the participants? I mean, probably everybody has a different opinion on that. We have recently just received a lot of, let's say, more famous names that signed up to the tournament. We have just had Jean Witt yesterday signing in with his guys from White Label Fishing. So he's a very famous angler in the Netherlands, and he's known for very big pikes as well. Then we are also going to have a really, really good Zander angler, also a big Zander specialist, so to say. He's not signed in yet, but he already agreed that he's going to sign up within today. He was busy at work. And actually, I think we can release the name right now. We have had some stories about it today on our Instagram page, and some people were already guessing who it is. And I think now we can release the news that Freddy Harbord is going to join the Zander competition, the Active Target Zander Open. And obviously he's known for big fish, but in the end it's also fishing, and not only about the skill or the time on the water. Everybody can do well. And we have had, when we did this the question today about who's joining and who do you think it is, we also had names like the Westian guy Hanu from Finland, I think he is. He's not signed up yet, but if you know him, let him know about our format. Maybe he wants to join. And also we had in this Paul Dietmar. He was requested, but also he did not sign up yet. But maybe he's joining as well. I don't know. There's still a few days left. But guys, keep in mind, we still have to send you the measuring board. So give us a few days to, or not us, but also the post office and the freight forwarders to be able to send you the measuring boards to your door, so that you are able to send in the catches once the competition is starting and you don't have to wait for the measuring board. Who do you think will rank up high in the ranking?
Oh, I'm sure everyone starts at 0.0, and 6 weeks are a very long time for competition. And we will see. I'm sure we have some anglers we both don't know until now, but I'm sure we are surprised what kind of fish we get, and it's open. Big names for sure. They in the past they show us all the catches, but now with the rule that you only can send pictures in with the Lure Masters measure board, and of course the daily code. Maybe we explain it later. You have only time after your catch to send the pictures in till tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That everybody can, over 6 weeks, everybody see the leaderboard and see the changes of the rankings. And I'm sure it will be very, very interesting and powerful leaderboards and a lot of changings. And I'm sure it will be much fun. I'm a little bit sad that I don't can join the competition.
Yeah, me too.
Now
Me too.
now I'm the admin, and but I'm sure it will be funny, and the community will grow. You can also join the competitions after the start. If someone after 1 week or 2 weeks decides to join the party, they can, but then you have 4 weeks to fill your cards and not 6 like the others. But sometimes you need 1 day of fishing and you change everything.
Yeah, or for example, if you hear about us later and you want to join and you are planning to go on vacation, like I said before, I think it's a good way to spend the time doing that also in the online open tournaments that we just released. So
Yeah.
there's also a few questions that we can go into, which has to do more with guessing the total length and stuff. The pike competition itself, I did not mention this before, is for 3 pikes in total, and the zander and the perch competitions are 5 fish each. So there's 5 zanders going to the leaderboard and 5 perch as well. And of course, there's a lot of people talking about what can be the total length and what will be the winning length. And there were already guesses in our Instagram story about 5 perches with a single length of more than 50 centimeters. I'm not sure if this is going to happen, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, everything can happen in this game, and we are really excited to see it. We are excited to see where there are, from which country, for example, there are nice fishes sent in, and we are also excited to see all the pictures coming in, and we are also excited. It has been interesting times in the development, and there was not a lot of time for us to be outside. We spent a lot of time in front of the computer and developing website and all the stuff, and also the concept itself, talking to sponsors, getting them involved, and we received a lot of very good feedback. And also our intention is to give everybody a possibility to see what competition fishing is about, and then for the future maybe also people are interested to join the Lure Masters Trophy, which is our boat tournament. And for now, maybe we can go into some of the basic rules so that everybody is aware of the basics. First of all, can you fish? Where can you fish? We have already clarified. This is in all the European waters where fishing is allowed, and legally there's nothing against fishing in there. What can you use to fish? I mean, is it only for boats, or can it also be done by shore fishing?
It doesn't matter. You can go with your kayak, you can go with belly boat, and of course from the shore. It doesn't matter. These 3 tournaments are open for every kind of fishing and for all kinds of artificial lures.
That's important.
Please, no dead baits, and in the countries you can use live bait also, it's not allowed. Please follow the rules. We cannot stand behind you when you are fishing, that's clear. But if you all together are fair and follow the rules, I'm sure we will have really nice competitions.
Yeah, we also, I mean, we have implemented a lot of things that will make it hard to cheat, but we, as you said, we cannot stand with you or stand behind you and check it all. So there's also a lot of fair play involved that we need from your side to make this a good and fair competition for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
And also we rely on that. And as you said, it's lures only for the first 3 competitions. We have more competitions in the planning, but there we will release news once we are ready with it. And also a question that came in earlier was about night fishing. Night fishing from our side is okay if it's allowed where you fish. For example, in where we live in Baden-Württemberg, it's not allowed to go night fishing, and in other parts of Europe it's probably also not allowed, and in other areas it is. So wherever it is allowed legally to fish at night, you can also fish there at night. And the same goes for how many lures can be used. For example, if you want to go trolling, how many rods can be used? This is also something that you have to follow the local rules. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Jesse is already also joining. He's live from the water. He just sent me a picture earlier that he's going to watch it on his Lowrance Electronics, the live stream.
Hey,
So
hey, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. And yeah, maybe I think, do we have to mention other things that are basic for the rules? There's a minimum length. You can see the minimum length of fish also in the tournament information. And as we mentioned before, there is the Lure Masters measuring board, which has to be used. And if you don't have anything to add to the rules, we can maybe look into the measuring board.
Oh, this was my question. No, it's okay. There it is.
Yep. So this is I cannot fit it in the whole picture, but this is the most important area to explain how the measuring process works. Because what we have is these little clips. I have also made a separate YouTube video to explain how this works. There are these clips, and you can clip them on the measuring board like this. So you can mark a daily catch code, which will be done between the 0 and the 30 centimeter mark. And you can mark different numbers here with the daily catch code you can find on the website. On the website, when you're clicking on your profile icon, and also when you're submitting a catch, there will be a daily catch code. And with that catch code, we can identify that this catch was made in the actual day of the competition and not earlier or later on. So this will be a unique daily catch code. Nobody knows it before. And you have to mark it like this. Sometimes if it's extremely wet or slimy on the measuring board, there is a chance that they can move a little bit. So make sure when you're taking the picture that they are straight on the numbers. Or if it helps you, you can also put on the back side of the measuring board a little bit of tape, so it will be more firmly for the clips to hold. Normally there's no issue with that, but if it's very wet and rainy, this can maybe help. We have experienced this during testing with some of the bigger fish, so to say. The smaller should not be, the smaller ones should not be an issue with that. Should not have an issue with that.
The biggest problems is if you catch more than one pike after the other, then the clips doesn't hold so good. Zander or perch, there's no problem. But if you have raining, you also please wet the measuring board before you measure the fish. Then they can move a little bit. Take care and concentrate. The next thing we make experiences are that you always be concentrate to photograph, to take the picture from the left side of the fish, and after that also the same left side must be the angler, and that's a little bit tricky, because if you measure the fish and you put it up, you have always the right side of the fish in the camera. Maybe you can remember, if you take your right hand to the head of the fish, you always photograph the left side. And it will break my heart if you catch a really big fish and send it to us, and it cannot count, because we must see that the same fish on the measuring board is the same fish that is on the picture with the angler. That's the reason we must see 2 times the left side, because of cheating. Maybe somebody photographed the right side also and sent it on the same day, some hours later, with the same length, but we have then the problem to difference the pictures, and we can only count pigs that are 2 times the left side of the fish. It's very necessary.
Yeah, that we can also compare the fish. I mean, they have a very unique color and fins and stuff like that, and we will be able to identify that it is the same fish. And remember, always the left side on the measuring board, and also in the second picture that you take together with the catch. And these 2 pictures will be uploaded through our website. There is a report fish button, and you can upload it right there. Basically, it's not a real website. It's a web application, an app which is running in a browser, so you can access it from any device, and you can upload the pictures once you are signed up to the tournament right there, and report the catch from there. Remember, left side, take a look at the daily catch code, that it is visible and that it is accurate, and use your right hand,
and your right hand on the head of the fish, then it works.
Yeah, I think this is a really useful tip, because this is something to remember very well, and we don't want to refuse your catches, but when the wrong side is photographed, we cannot count it, and there will be also no exceptions, to make it fair and clear for everyone. Roman is tuning in on YouTube.
Hey, Roman.
Hey, Roman, how is it going? He's also competing. He's from Austria.
Yes.
We also have Darius. He's also competing.
Roman is competing in all 3 categories.
Yeah. He's going all in.
He's starting for perch, sander, and pike. Nice.
Yeah.
And good luck, Roman.
Yeah. I think overall we have 7 nations already involved.
Yeah.
And of course, it's our goal to spread this through more European countries. So if you are watching and maybe already signed up to the tournament, also let know your friends what we are doing in other European countries. We have people already from Netherlands, we have Belgium, Switzerland, we have Luxembourg, we have Germany, we have Austria, we have
Italy, Great Britain,
Italy, UK, yeah. And yeah, we are still, I don't know how many this was, but I think I a few days ago I counted 7 nations already, and if we can get France a little bit more involved, and Spain, and maybe Scandinavian countries, that would be awesome, because I know there's a lot of big fish living there as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, so we covered the basic rules. If you want to have a detailed look, you can find it on the website. We covered the measuring process, and also we can take a quick look. Let me switch the scenes to the website, which you can see right here. And Hold on, I have to remove. Cannot remove it right now, but anyways, the website should be visible, and this is the new website. You can see different informations about the different formats we have, and also on the top right you can create your account by clicking on this little profile icon, and also once you're signed in, there you will find the daily catch code and all the links you need to put picture in your profile, for example, and also to report the fish later on, which can be done by clicking on this button. The process itself, if you want to join, is you can take a look what tournament you want to join by clicking on tournament and select the different tournaments that you want, and you can also see who already signed up to this. You can find the rules, and you can also find the prizes that can be won in this particular tournament. And if you want to compete, you can click on buy a ticket, which will direct you to the shop, to the web shop, and there you can also find the tickets for the tournament. Once you have selected the right ticket, you have to fill in your name, your last name, and the Lure Master's ID. And this is really important. This needs to be exactly the ID that what was given to you by our website, and you have to be careful in writing it correctly. Also in terms of the letters, they all need to be small, and there is usually points in between the first name and the last name. So make sure this is entered correctly, and then you can put this to the cart. And if you don't have a measuring board yet, you can also add a measuring board to your cart and have it shipped together with the ticket itself. I mean, the ticket will not be shipped, but the measuring board will be shipped to your door. And in the checkout process, just enter your address as you would usually do in any online shop. And once the payment is complete, you will find yourself in the anglers tab, which is displaying the anglers that are competing in the tournament. Yep. So let's see. The Roman is chatting only in German. Yeah.
In Austrian.
He has in Austrian. I'm sorry. Yeah, he has something to do. That's right. But I know he's also fishing a lot, and he's traveling a lot to different bodies of water. So hopefully he will catch some very good ones. All right. So we have a follower, Marco566. Thanks for the follow. It's easy, guys, to sign up to Twitch as well. And if you give us your follow there, you will be notified once we go online, and hopefully we can do this much more often in the near future. We are also planning to have some guests that are competing and have some interviews going on here on the live stream. So make sure to follow and subscribe to our social media channels as well. Questions. What else did we have? We covered, we had one question earlier. Do we need two measuring boards when we fish together? For example, if we would compete together, you and I, Timo, would we need two measuring boards, or would we be able to use one?
No, you can use one, because the measuring boards, they are all the same. And if you know that you always go together, maybe with one boat or from shore or whatever, it's you need only one board. And but of course, we are planning to have much more of these kind of tournaments in the future, and you take care of it, because maybe you need it for the next 5, 10, 20 tournaments in the next years. we know it not yet, but
to have these kinds of
we want
tournaments
to have these
in the
kinds of
future,
tournaments in the future many times on different spaces.
Take care of the board,
and take care of the board,
you can use it
and
every
then
time.
you can use it every time.
And also don't lose it in the boat, for example. We had to make it light because also a lot of people are fishing from the shore. So we wanted them to be able to also put it in the backpack and don't carry around a 1.30 m metal measuring board. And this is also why you have to take good care of the measuring board and make sure you have one available. But it's no problem if you're fishing together. Everybody is reporting his own catches and you can use the same measuring board and it will be the same daily code. So just make sure you're uploading your catch and your partner is uploading his ones.
Yeah. We planned the board 1.30 m. And we have the questions what for thunder and perch there's no problem, but pikes, we know a few pikes in Europe are longer than 1.30 m. Maybe you have something, if you have one with 1.31 m, we can see it, and if you write us this pike was 1.31 m, then we will accept it. But if we have a pike with 1.38 or 1.40 or something like that, maybe you find a way that we can believe the length.
Yeah, basically,
normally we can see it on the picture from the measuring board, and if you write us the pike was 1.38 and we can believe it because we see it on the picture, then no panic, we will accept it. We wish every participant a lot of these pikes,
yes.
But we will see.
Yeah, maybe it's I think it's very useful if you have another measuring device with you. You can just put it right here so it's visible that the extra length is 1, 2 or 5 centimeters, whatever. Or if you catch one which is really big, like close to 1.40 m, you can also put it on an extra measuring board if you have a longer one and send it in with that for our validation if we can accept it or not. We have another follower, Freeze Knight. Hey, welcome to the Lowmasters community. Thanks for the follow. Also Gypsy King 4 is following. Thanks a lot. Very appreciated.
The correct length, I want to say something, Christian.
Yeah.
Maybe you can show us the leaderboard. We start at point 0 with 1 centimeter. Can you go on the point 0 on 1 centimeter, please? 1 centimeter, please.
I can.
Exactly.
Now he's lost.
Where the tip of the tail of the fish. Oh.
Timo? I think Lil Marie 91. Thanks for the follow. Timo is lost right now, but I will probably be able to explain what he wanted to say about the measuring process itself. And it's a little bit difficult to put this into the camera. So of course the nose of the fish needs to be on the bracket itself. And we have made basically areas to measure the fish. So the first area is the 1 centimeter mark, the second is the 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And once the tail is touching, for example, I mean, this would be obviously a small fish, but once it is touching this bracket where it is showing the 8, it will be counted at 8 centimeters and so on. So there is no discussion about rounding up or down. Once it is touching this, it will be we will count the number that is in the actual line. And this is how this format is probably the easiest way to measure accurately and fair for all the competitors at the same way. So Jesse is asking, does the main prize include a Tannenzäpfle? It was originally not planned, but if you win, I will bring you some the next time I'm in the Netherlands. Is that a deal? Yes. So, is there any more questions from your side? I think we covered a lot of them already. One more was, by the way, can somebody assist in taking the picture? Yes, absolutely. And if you have somebody with you, or if you're fishing together with a friend or partner, it's very wise to use his help or her help as well to take the pictures, because it will be quicker in the process, we would say. So it's not a rule that you have to take the pictures on your own. If you're on your own, also a little tip, there is those little tripods that you can have for mobile phones if you're taking pictures with your phone, and you can put your phone in there to take the picture. And also there's possibilities to take pictures and selfies by using voice. So for example, the iPhone, you can configure that way that if you say, hey Siri, take a selfie, it will take a selfie. And there's a lot of explanations about this on the internet. So if you're into tech a little bit, you can find out how to do that pretty easily, I would say. And also, if you want to have a quick process about taking the picture of yourself and the fish, you can also shoot a video and then later on take the picture out of this video. So then it's much easier than messing around with the fish in your hands and taking a picture with yourself and the fish. Just put it on video and take the picture later on from the video, which is nowadays also a really, really good result to take the picture. This is a few tips that may help you if you're on your own, fishing on your own. When are the measuring boards sent out? They are already sent out to the people that have signed up and paid. There's the whole this week and the whole next week still to sign up, and also after the competition already started, you can still sign up and receive your measuring board within a few days, depending on where in Europe you are living. And yeah, I think these are the main questions that I had on my list and that came up in the chat. Thanks again for all the follows that appeared today. We had quite some follows today. We had Gurki that I didn't mention yet. Hello and welcome. We had XFlockX, thanks for the follow. And we had Yay Hey 909 before the stream. And Kayo 19099 also joined the followership of the Lure Masters. Thanks a lot for that. Take a look at the website. Go to luremasters.net. Also, if you are experiencing any bugs, please let us know. We are also in Discord, where you can reach out to us in the chat and directly get help there in case of something is going wrong. You also will find the link to the Discord on our website on the bottom where the social media links are. And also there is a giveaway that is going to be done by the system of all the followers that we have on Twitch. We will do this. Oh, and there's one more coming in just right away. Regnat. I think his name is Chris as a first name, if I remember it correctly. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for tuning in. And you will also be in the pot for drawing a voucher for a Lure Masters Open tournament. And if you're already signed up, it can be used for a future tournament. That's no problem at all. We will have this competition running until tomorrow night at 8 o'clock p.m. And so people can also still follow the channel while we are not live anymore, when they are watching the video on demand afterwards. And we will draw a lucky winner to win a Lure Masters online open ticket to one of you guys. You can select whether you want to fish in pike, perch or zander if you don't have one already, or for the future tournaments you can select one with the voucher as well. We will get in contact with you directly on Twitch and inform you who won tomorrow evening. And if there's no more questions right now in chat, which I cannot see recently, only from Kayo, the total length of pike and zanders, I cannot get, I mean, I could guess it, but I don't want to guess it right now. If you want to guess it, let us know, and maybe we do a little bit more about it once the competition started, to have a guess the length contest or something like that. If this is something you guys want to do, also let us know in the comments on Twitch or on YouTube, or also comment on our social media channels. There's another question by Patrick. What do we have to do to win the voucher? Just follow the channel, so the Twitch channel. Just follow us there, and within all the followers, which is just a handful right now, 23 to be precise, until tomorrow at 8, no matter how many there are in the follower list, then we will select one lucky winner out of this list right there. He's already following. All right, glad you're in. So you will have the chance to win a ticket because you already signed up, I think, also for all the 3 tournaments, right? If you win, you can use it for an upcoming tournament in the near future. All right, guys, it was nice talking to you and to have the live interaction. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to tell your friends if you like what we're doing. Oh, by the way, one more thing. We also put one baby salmon in the water for each ticket we sell. So we also want to do something for the environment and also for conservation. So we teamed up and worked together with lachsprojekt.de, because we think it's a really good thing in terms of a good project, in terms of getting everybody in Europe involved, because the salmon is not just locally in one body of water, it's traveling a lot through the rivers, and we will release one baby salmon for each ticket sold together with this project. So there's also something good that you are doing when you are buying a Lure Masters Online Open ticket. That being said, thanks again, guys. I hope you like the concept of live streaming. And there's also a guess by Patrick that I want to read through. I think it will take at least these points to win. Perch 250, which would make it, as I said earlier, 50 in average. Zander 450 centimeters, and pike 3 meters 60, which would be 3 times 1 meter 20 pikes, which would be a pretty impressive average. But no matter what, as I said, I think it's good and cool to compete, no matter if you have the big fish waters next door or not. Just join, and also you can have within your friends, you can have internal rankings in the leaderboard and see where you are ending up together with your friends. And we think it's a really good concept to get new people into competitive fishing, and we have a lot of plans for the near future with the Lure Masters and making sport fishing a little bit more well accepted and well known in the European fishing scene. We are far behind from other countries, by doing that, but I believe we can do a lot if we all work together, and obviously also if you like what we are doing and if you support what we are doing, because this is what we also need to keep going, what keeps us motivated, and also what is enabling us to do different projects like this in the near future. That being said, again, thanks for tuning in and have a wonderful evening. The weekend is already close, so have a nice weekend. And if you're already able to go fishing, enjoy the weekend fishing and tune in for the next live streams. It will be also saved and published later on as a VOD. And that's it from my side. Thanks, Patrick. Have a nice evening. Have a nice evening to all of you and have a good one. See you. Bye.